Oh, I've missed this while I've been down in Sydney. My own little 1 cup coffee filter. Looks like I've only got enough to make 1 more cup, 18 grams into the filter. Okay, we re-zero that and add 60 grams of water, which I'm going to let sit for 45 seconds. Alright, so let that filter for 45 seconds, top it up, all the way to 260 grams, let it all filter through, and I have an awesome cup of coffee. I forgot to go and get some more coffee beans from my favourite little coffee store in Sydney when I was there. So Jess has just told me that talking about how I make a cup of coffee is probably oversharing, but I do have a point to it. And the point is, having been away from the car with all of our stuff in it for 3 weeks on this little work trip to Sydney, there's things I miss. And after 20 weeks of living on the road with Jess, my sense of what home means and what having my own space means has shifted. In fact, yesterday when we saw the car, we're reunited with the car after 3 weeks, Jess went, home sweet home, and I kind of felt the same. So I do need a physical space, obviously, to bunk down in. I'm not kind of feeling at home or feeling a sense of space in a tent, for instance, or sleeping in the car, but it doesn't have to be my home. I need a comfortable place to sleep, place to stay clean, probably clean my clothes, although a laundromat will do. I like to be able to cook my own food, somewhere to chill out, and if it's somewhere with a nice view like this, well, hey, that's a bonus, but just somewhere that I can create a little nook, like I'm going to sit down and work here. I like to be in a space for at least a week, and I can kind of set up zones, get comfortable, and just make life work for the time I'm here. And as long as I've got that, my technology that I need, some stuff to cook with, some of my own things, I've got a sense of space. And of course, because I'm travelling with Jess, my 13-year-old daughter this year, she needs to feel safe and comfortable in the space as well. And I think this space is a winner. Home sweet home, as we said yesterday, hey Jess, back in the car. And we found a place that did vegan desserts, cardamom pod, very good. And I've got a new mount to put my phone in for navigation. Very pleased. It's like we're updating the house. Jess has made some new friends. Check this out. Will they take it from the hand? It's time for a workout, and what better place to do it outdoors right across from the ocean. Got everything I need right here for a decent workout. Time to get on with it. Just such a lovely view for a workout. Go Jess. I'm starting a podcast and it launches this week. It's called Learning Uncut, and my colleague Karen Maloney has been doing setup on the web for our initial episode. I'm not going to show you who it is. So very excited. We've got a little intro episode where Karen and I talk about what we're trying to do, why we're doing it. Super excited that this is finally happening. So we're interviewing somebody from Learning and Development working in an organisation in either Australia or New Zealand about a project or new initiative, what's worked, what hasn't worked, how it's added value to the organisation, how to do it. Fantastic. So it's a little after 11 o'clock, way later than I would normally work, but I got a bit of a deadline on the Learning and Performance Institute project that I'm working on. It's an update to a capability framework. It's kind of, it's consuming work, but it's an enjoyable work because it's really getting me to work the old brain cells. I'm kind of getting into the flow of it, so I don't mind working a bit longer when I'm in that flow state with my work. Here's a quick walkthrough. So there's a capability map which defines the skills that are needed for learning and development professionals. There's 11 categories, each with between 2 and 4 skills. So the map is owned, or it's been developed by a professional association in the UK. It's 6 years old, it needs to be updated. So they've gone out via an open consultation process survey, plus approached some specific So I've downloaded all these comments from emails, from experts and the survey against each of the skills. You can see here this is learning resources in the design category. I'm going through those, highlighting things that are relevant and trying to pull out the themes across. And then I'm summarising these themes and suggesting a query or recommendation for the steering group to consider. So it's taking me probably 45 minutes per skill to do that. I've got to finish the first draft of this by close of business tomorrow to meet project deadlines. So I'm hoping I'm going to get a little bit quicker. I think some of the other categories I haven't looked at yet have fewer comments, so it should speed up a bit. Okay, definitely time to get to bed and get a good sleep. Good night.